thinking about my life, full of questions I couldn't answer if I tried. I'd rather be dreaming, floating while sleeping, to islands in the sky. I need you to fly me away. Please fly me away. Won't you just fly me away tonight?
Out of all the countless roads that I could choose, thank the stars I chose the one that led to you. Bring the unexplored, the reckless and the new, 'cause nothing scares me anymore. How the sun lights up the moon, wax or wane, I know I'll see you soon. Ooh, I do. Ooh, tonight I fly away with you and leave the land behind me. Our eyes illuminated by the silver lining. Two hearts, one sky, to the morning light. This is the dawn of our life. Life may bring us harder puzzles to resolve. Spinning, twisting, we'll be shining through it all. A warmer summer brings us brighter leaves in fall. My future's never looked so bright. How the sun lights up the moon, wax or wane, I know I'll see you soon. Ooh, I do. Ooh, tonight I fly away with you and leave the land behind me. Our eyes illuminate
Have I become a little too shy for love? I've been hurt before. All's fair in love and war. So I snuggle up close to the shell I'm living in. And if I let you in, another round begins. No, I'm spinning in a vicious cycle. I'm scared of doing something I'll regret. Maybe this is right, but I'm still staring at your silhouette. What if you're everything I need? A fire in my heart, the air I breathe. What if I'm incomplete without you by my side? What if I go against my heart instead of confessing from the start? What if I miss out on the life meant for us? I need you by my side.
Should I be scared? The feeling's so different now. You got me floating here, a feather in the air. Oh, but when the wind blows, will I tumble or sail away? Or would you have me stay? And what if I escape? I know
I'm spinning in a vicious cycle. I'm scared of doing something I'll regret. Maybe this is right, but I'm still staring at your silhouette. What if you're everything I need? A fire in my heart, the air I breathe. What if I'm incomplete without you by my side? What if I go against my heart instead of confessing from the start? What if I miss out on the life meant for us? I need you by my side, by your side. I'm not afraid. We found something that'll never fade. We can be ourselves and figure out the rest along the way. What if you're everything I need? A fire in my heart, the air I breathe. What if I'm incomplete without you by my side? What if I go against my heart instead of confessing from the start? What if I miss out on the life meant for us? I need you by my side.
I need you by my side.
I need you by my side. What you think about when you're born into a fire? Let them burn it out. Sell them to the richest buyer. They wanna let the world decay. They tell us lies and fade away, fade away. We feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. Listen up now, because we're never dropping out. Beat the odds, beat the big house. Our brains are bigger than the doubt. We've been thinking for ourselves, never let the truth fade away. This is bigger than ourselves, we won't let the world burn away, burn away. We feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. To blame, haters face the world's mistakes. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it
nothing to believe in, leaving all my pressure and mistakes. Wanted better, nothing to remember.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to a broadcast here on, I was all about to say Speed 5, but this is actually TMW eSports. My name is Midgeman. I'm joined by my friend CMops. Hey, CMops,
Hey.
how you doing? It's deja vu right now. It's like... It's like that this or something like this just happened at some point recently. Who'd have thunk it? Anyway, I'm just quickly going to import. I've just realized I don't have any nameplates pre-made for us. So I'm just going to import some from a different scene. Give me a moment. I'm just doing stream
That surely
stuff.
won't be a problem.
Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be totally fine. But anyway, so everybody, welcome to some live HOI eSports. Today we're bringing you a game from the Tommykay League of Mohammed versus Sumzero. El Clasico, if you will. It's going to be the El Clasico playing right here. They have been matched up against each other, and we're going to be streaming this live for you. It's a best of 3, right?
Usually it is. The thing is, though, it's not play all 3. It's just best of 3.
Yes, yeah. So we're going to get 2 games here, or 3 games, depending. So it could be. This could be a super short stream. This could be a super long stream. Who knows with these players? I'm expecting it to go relatively in the distance. But we will find out, obviously. Where did I get the nameplates from? I don't remember where I exported the nameplates to. Oh, no. Oh, well, we are just... I'll do it with text. I forget that's a thing. You can input text into OBS. Because I always...
Ooh.
Great thing. Just like a...
You can ready up in game, by the way, if you want.
Oh, cool. Yeah, they're waiting on us.
Can already go.
Yeah, we can get on this, and yeah, cool. Okay, so CMops, what map is it? I actually haven't been able to.
It's Jewel.
Oh, okay, we're gonna be playing
Mohammed on the allies and Sumzero on the axis.
Okay, if you've never seen this before, welcome to a game of Commanders in Conflict, the premium esports mod for HOI4. We're playing in the Tommykay League, and I'm going to transition you to so you can see the game. Gameplay transition. There you go. The view is over on your screen now, CMops. What?
I'm checking out right now the factory locations, but nothing unusual here again. Very infantry heavy by the looks of it. No research on the axis, and also no research on the allies. No tanks or anything yet, so it's going to be interesting what we will see here. I wonder what Mohammed has prepared, because he said to you earlier that he didn't want you to stream the games, right?
Yeah, when we were doing the Open League earlier today, he didn't want me to stream the games because he was like, I've got a tactic and I don't want to showcase it to Sumzero. So that'll be interesting to see at the very, very least.
Yeah.
Okay, that'll be done for later. Cool. I've been planning to do these streams for a while, and on my own channel, and I just set everything up for them, but now I haven't touched the setup for them in months. So I'm hoping that now we're all good. So yeah, we're playing in the Commanders in Conflict mod season 3 of it now, and this is Jewel, the India map with 3 VPs. If you don't know how the game works, it is that basically there's 3 ways to win. Either your opponent surrenders, you capitulate them, or you reduce their life points, their VP points to 0 directly, and we have 365 days for them to build up, and then combat begins. Currently, we have M7 on the allies and Sumzero on the axis.
Yeah. Also, one thing that I already see interesting is that we have transport planes being built by our axis player, not by our allied player right now. But paratrooper is always very, very nice to see, because they just make the whole thing a lot more interesting, because they're very, very high risk, high reward type of strategy that you can go for here. and hopefully we will see them a bit here. Okay, looks like both players are set up, at least. Let me really quickly check something here. Okay, down the channel. So, and the game is going, nice. Let's hope I won't lag. Looks like we have really good pings though. Mohammed unfortunately has a ping of 800. Damn.
Yeah, he's
He's probably on 4-speed now because of that, and because he's like from Saudi Arabia, so the connection is a bit problematic.
Yeah, to all of us Europeans, that's a little bit tough on his probably on his connection. Maybe we should have got. Maybe we should have swung him getting access on the Parsec computers.
I mean, would they don't have delay then with from themselves towards Parsec? I mean, okay, it depends where the Parsec servers are, no?
Yes. Well, they'd be in Sweden.
Oh, okay.
Because he would be. We could get him on the Speed 5 ones, is what I'm saying.
Ah, cool, yeah, okay, never mind then. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Both players going for the same build-ups. X-player juggling the guns, probably. Or the tools. I think the tools, because if you juggle the guns, you don't get the bonus from the... he's juggling the tools, so you don't get the bonus from the research company there, unfortunately, because otherwise you could just research it one day before it's supposed to end, like with the research company, and all of a sudden you get all of the funds, even though you only researched it like for 10 days while playing the PP. So A on the allies, A on the Axis. That's going to be very interesting. That means already not that much infantry spam, which is kind of cool. Because usually
tanks, perhaps?
is boring. Yeah, hopefully. I'm uncertain though, because otherwise I think the allied player would already be researching them. In terms of medium tanks, I mean, maybe they're going to get spawn-in tanks because we see Germany being picked quite often here. But yeah, I'm uncertain. I don't know.
Just as a shout out, just a mention. This stream is obviously on a delay of I think 400 seconds. In order to keep things fair and safe and people from stream sniping, etc., etc. So do bear with us if you're watching and you want to talk to us directly in chat. It's not going to happen right away. Apologies there. Okay, so yeah, we're progressing on up. And then for say a viewer that has never seen this before, currently this is a build-up phase where our players will be working through a focus tree here in order to basically just build up their nation before the combat happens. And then there are various splits in these focus trees, which allows players to kind of adapt and change up their nations a little bit. So, for example, if I go to game, oh gosh, I think it's this. If I hit this button, I should go to my screen. Yeah, there we go. Oh, Christ! I have this like so like looped and on lock for the CIC stuff, but for me, nah, hell no. I don't know. So if you can see, like, there's various splits through these trees, and these give like very, very different flavors and factions. If you're familiar with, say, Code 2 or StarCraft, it's like a commander pick. But yes, CMOPS, what are you seeing over on your end? Anything interesting?
Not really. It's just the usual, you know, like nothing very out of the ordinary. Don't like the air techs were done. The survivability studies for both players, but other than that, it's just infantry equipment, artillery. Both players already building the new equipment. PP wise, also nothing unusual. Air XP and Army XP advisors for the Axis, and at the moment only Army XP for the Allies. So he's probably going to pick something that's a bit more expensive, like industrial concern.
Yep.
Or war economy, probably industrial concern, because that's what they usually go for. Let's really quickly see. 2 more days and then we have it. Come on, 1 more. And he is gonna pick. He's waiting right now for something, maybe? I don't know. But yeah, it's probably gonna be the industrial concern too. Industrial concern, really powerful pick, gives you 10% factory output, makes all of your military factories work more efficiently right away. So no need to wait for anything there. It's pretty powerful.
Yeah, we noticed as well today, a lot of people, or at least Schreckenstein, I think, did quite a bit, but also a couple of the opponents, etc. A lot of people taking that focus on the industrial sector earlier to get that really, really large late game economy. These two veteran players, Sumzero and Mohammed, not doing that at all, really. Relying on kind of more of the old build meta. I'm excited to see what Mohammed has up his sleeve, though, after what he was saying earlier, where he was like, yeah, I don't want to see Sumzero to see my plans. I want to know what those plans are. Also,
I think it's just going to be something that's a bit broken, but nothing too out of the ordinary. Because as of right now, it just looks like a mass mob build again.
what's what's the map pool? Is it all 6 maps available for the Tommykay League, or?
I think so. At least
okay.
it used to be. I don't think they changed it.
Interesting.
Oh, do we know who chose this map? No, right?
I don't. I'm guessing because Sumzero gave me the IP. It's him hosting.
It's probably him. Yeah, it's probably him that chose. So kind of interesting. Like with Mohammed, maybe like has some special strategy for Sonnenblume or something like that. Maybe that's one. Like we will see this next match, maybe next round. I mean.
Yeah, perhaps. And for those of you who don't know this, like I'm currently multi-streaming this. This is happening both on my Twitch channel and also on my esports specific YouTube channel. One of the 4 YouTube channels that I run and have. If you go over to TMW Esports, I'll drop a link as well if you wanted to go give some support over there. As well as if you fancy it, head on over to my standard YouTube channel as well. That's always a good shout. And also CMUPs, just as a general thing, in case people here have never seen you before, where can they find your content?
On Twitch and on YouTube under CMUPs300. On YouTube, not that active, but we have a few videos in the queue that will soon be released.
Oh, hey, you've got you've got content coming out. I like it.
Well, yeah, we have. I have an editor that's working on it. I am myself. I'm too uncreative to do that.
No, you sell yourself short. You're the talent. That's all you need to remember, Seabobs. You're the talent.
41 units already for our allied player here, who's already deploying them with not fully equipped, but that way he can already start training them in the field. Will cost him some guns, but in the end he will be having more trained units on the field than his enemy. Already, that's so much manpower already. Almost 300,000 manpower in the field. 130 for his enemy only. Crazy. Hmm. $400,000 manpower. A lot of military factories coming in here. Chinese pick, so mass mob most likely. And civs for our Axis player. That's interesting to see. I wonder, like, if he has something special prepared for the mass assault, or if it's just gonna be. Yeah. Are you still here, Mitch? By the way.
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay, sorry. I was just wondering.
No, it's cool. I was reading something. I was just like, I was doing extreme things.
Okay. So 4 more days, the Chinese pick is locked in.
Yeah. So
and I wonder what our expert is going to come up with, because he's right now going for civilian factories. We saw earlier how the superior economy actually like helped someone win a game that he would have lost otherwise.
They had awful micro, to be fair, and it was only the economic victory that kind of kept them in the game there, because they could afford to lose as much as they did. But China pick, really, really interesting here. Obviously, the Chinese tree, if you don't know already, the Chinese Nationalist Army is a mass assault tree. It gives you some fighters. It gives you some transport players and supplies. It is all about supply ratio, cheap guns, lots of people. That's kind of the whole shtick. It used to be very, very OP. Now it's just kind of P. It's just kind of like powerful, but not ridiculously so, at least as far as I'm aware. And we got a Wehrmacht pick for the Axis.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, so over on the Axis side of things, we have a Wehrmacht pick coming through. which will be either Panzer Group West or the 4th Army. Obviously, slightly delayed compared to their opponent because they went for the extra civilian factory focuses. Yeah. Looking at
It's also very heavy on air.
Yeah, which we weren't seeing at all earlier ourselves in the Speed 5 games. Also, if you haven't before, go check out Speed 5 and the awesome stuff they do over there. But yeah, heavy on their air, which means they're probably both thinking about paratroopers. Transport planes are in production for the Axis, and obviously the Chinese tree gets transport planes from over the hump. So they're both going to have that option there. And yet, paratroopers already built and going to the front line here from Mohammed. Mohammed also very, very good at microing his paratroopers. We've seen some excellent power drops come in from him, so that's going to be exciting. Have we seen any paratroopers spawned in from Sumzero? Not yet. Are there in training? No, we don't even see a template yet, so no tech there from him. Okay.
And doesn't he get it for free, or was it just?
I think he just got it now. He just got it now.
Okay.
He just got it. No, he gets transport planes for free. He doesn't get the paratrooper tech for free, but he's just completed it now. So I wouldn't be surprised if we're about to see a design come in. Yeah, I mean, obviously you get one from the tech, but I wonder if he's going to change that or implement that from some of the troops he's already spawned. We will see.
Yeah, 1 plane a day approximately from the Allies, 1.1 planes a day from the Axis. It's very interesting to see because both players seem to be going for paratroopers. How that's actually going to pan out if both players are actually trying to contest the air. Because if some player controls the air, the other player can't paradrop. So one of his strategies to get to the VPs quickly or maybe like do other things won't be there anymore. He's already at 60 units on the Allies here. Damn.
That's a lot.
It looks like he's going to aim for 75 because he's 15 more in the queue. Meanwhile, his enemy is only at 26 with 8 more in training. I don't know, man. Like, he might have a lot of problems here on the Axis power side when he only has like half the amount of units as the other player has.
It's going to be about how much he can push through or not early. Like, the thing is as well, with the smaller front line, the Axis can kind of hold out a little bit less with less troops.
Yeah.
So it might be that. A slight difference between the Tommykay League, which we're watching footage from now, and the Commanders in Conflict Open League is that they have to be a minimum of size 10 units before you can deploy them, correct?
Yeah, exactly. I know how it's going to be because he is going for mass assault, and the mass assault will reduce the common width. I don't know how high it's going to be then for him because right now he's at 14. And did he already pick it? Or is it the next one at max 6? Oh, wait, he removed it. That it makes the units smaller. Yeah.
Yes.
Never mind then. But yeah, the cool thing about the mass assault doctrine is that you get a really decent bonus for infantry, and also the infantry battalions themselves get cheaper, so they require less guns.
Yes.
Which in the end amounts in you getting more units out in the field in total. So he can actually, even though he's building less guns than his enemy, or only the same amount of guns as his enemy, he will have 10% more units in the field.
Both players are already converting their civilian factories, which means as well, if there's any form of logistic strike, strategic bombing, which we're not going to see, it would be wreaking havoc. But it also means we are going to see a lower factory count than, say, some of the games we've seen where they've got all of the civs and just built.
Interesting to see, though. Is the X-Player also doing the same? He's doing the same, yeah, okay. But he went for all of the mills and then for civ focus, right? So he will be ahead in factories in total. Yeah, he will.
Yeah.
Let's see if that actually helps him a lot or maybe hurts him because he didn't manage to go for all of his army picks. Or what he did, he went for the German 4th Army tree, which gives you infantry attack bonuses, close air support, 2 light tank divisions and 2 motorized divisions, and a railway cannon, which is pretty decent if you want to break fortified positions of your enemy. The CAS is not the best one that you can get, but 200 CAS points are quite a lot of IC. So I can see them being a big part in the game here in the beginning. And the war is about to start now.
Yep. The war has just begun. Something I noticed that the Axis players don't do is they don't connect up the supply in their initial territory right away, which often causes them to be very, very slow off the mark. But there we're seeing paratroopers coming in Nagpur, not splitting up the paratroopers this time, trying to land them all in one location. But now there's a second paradrop going for the mountain supply hub in Kathmandu. That's being landed on now.
So Patna if you want
he
to.
could even get to Patna. This is a really, really fast play here from Mohammed, trying to rush that front line now. Defenders of Shanghai coming on in. Interesting speedy start to try and gain that ground.
Is he going to be able to link up with those positions in time, though, before the X-Ray can try and push them? Because the one in the mountain is already bordering the Axis units, but the one in the south, by the looks of it, will be connected in time for them.
They aren't. Well, the thing is, though, those paratrooper templates aren't a pushover. They are quite big paratrooper templates, and Last Stand is coming in, so they will be able to hold on for a little while here. And if they can get a pinning maneuver and also the connection coming in, I think that northern Kathmandu hold is going to be fine. And I think he's going to get there in the south. He's only one tile away. So I think that's an excellent use of grabbing the land.
He might be able to kill the ones in the mountain, though,
nope,
because they're last standards.
Oh, yeah, but you see, with organization.
Right now. Okay, he stopped the attack. He could have killed those because he was fighting with like 6 units against 2, and they were outnumbered and outstatted quite a bit.
Patna only has one division in, and he's making a push. Mohammed's making a push into Patna. I mean, if you can pin it, okay. The combat changed because the what's it called? The flank had to be changed to pin, but now it's gone to a victory again. Hang on, Patna might be able to be breached here by Mohammed. This will be an early game, and obviously the VPs have started. This would be very powerful. We can get all 3 VPs, which are already ticking against the Axis player.
Yeah, Sumzero doesn't seem to be reacting or reinforcing partner. This could actually be it. It's like 9 divisions fighting 1 right now, and it's gone. And if he does, wait, let's see.
There we go.
Okay, yeah, he made it in there.
But he
might lose it though. He needs to last stand it. Oh, never mind. Okay, never mind. The units reinforce really quickly because he's on mass assault. That won't be a big of a problem. And now he's entrenched in the city. Not really entrenched, but he's defending a city, which is going to be very hard to take for his enemy.
Yeah, excellent play there from Mohammed. That's a really good grab. 3 VPs now means the VP points are going to be ticking very hard. The pressure is really going to be on Sumzero to continue to make this push. And there was a last stand that went in there. How's Mohammed's command power, though, now? If he's down to 65, so it's not as bad as you might think. But obviously, in the mod right now, Last Stand and Forced Attack are triple the expense that they are in base game. So they are potent to use. You don't have that many uses of them.
It's still like really powerful. In some situations, you can really save your units that are about to get encircled, or save your very hard to take position that the enemy has been taking for months. But yeah, by making it a lot more expensive, we will see it a lot less frequently, which is also pretty nice because sometimes it was really killing like the mood, because like it was like a huge battle. It could be so interesting, but then somebody just pressed last stand, and all of a sudden, there's not much happening anymore now. But let's see. There's an assault coming in on Patna, but it was a red bubble immediately. One thing that we see the Axis player and the air player both lacking here is flame tanks, at least for some units that he wants to use to push. Flame tanks can be really, really powerful because they give yourself a lot of extra attack onto city or forest tiles, and also provide your units with some well-needed support. But yeah, there's a big push going towards the south now, north of Nagpur. Nagpur only defended by 3 units. It can be actually broken really easily. Axis player also got his 200 CAS plants now, which are doing a lot of damage. I don't think our allied player has any anti-air. No, he doesn't. So the CAS also won't be shot down. And that's very interesting to see. Is he also building CAS? He's also building CAS, only with 1 factory, but that's CAS. And that's important. Mohammed could try and fight against it. Problem is that planes he has been building are not very, don't have very good range, and they're also training right now because they're missing quite a few planes in them. So yeah, this is a very good window of opportunity here now for our Axis player to push back and take a VP.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know. The thing is as well. Actually, I've just noticed those rangers in the center. They're going to be quite spicy.
Oh, really? The ones with the skull, or which ones are the rangers?
Oh no, okay. Yeah, I thought those were rangers, but they're not.
No, they just had the skull. I think they're the ones with rocket artillery support company. The other ones, they have rocket artillery and the cavalry recon, which gives them 10% more soft attack for all artillery support and line companies. So the support companies that he has get modified by 10% extra soft attack. That's all. I didn't know that. That's really powerful. Now, if he now goes a superior firepower, you will have so much extra soft attack for support companies. It's going to be crazy. And yeah, he already has like 4 doctrines. How much is the allied player here? He's also at 4. But yeah, partner's gonna be very, very hard to take, man. He's probably like gonna be a bit angry with himself here that he didn't garrison that city properly, because it's a very, very hard to take city, especially for the enemy, because he has to cross 2 big rivers first before he can attack it.
Yeah, exactly. I just updated the screen so we actually had the score visible now on the board of the matchup and who's playing. That's what my brain was doing then. So I was like trying to follow on, but yeah, with 385 VPs, the pressure I don't know what Sumzero's got to think. He's obviously got to try and make a counterattack somewhere. I think it's got to lean towards Nagpur. But as soon as that happens, the pressure's probably going to come from Patna down as well, which, yeah the front line's not looking
It's just going to get
for him.
harder and harder for him too, because his enemy is mass assault and he already has like 6 to 7 divisions per tile everywhere. And it's just going to get more. And the more divisions his enemy gets, the harder it's going to get for him to push, because you can just constantly cycle him.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. There's a question from chat. I don't know if you know the answer to this, C-Mumps. Do you know who casts the Kaiserreich weekly finals?
Oh, I don't know. I really don't know.
I know I've done it once. I know I did it once about 5 years ago. But I have no idea who does them now.
Oh.
Oh, if they need people to cast them.
I agree with you. I think I've never watched it.
Have you not?
I think once maybe or twice, but it was already a long time ago.
Yeah, it's kind of like the major was, but just in Kaiserreich and three-way. Because obviously.
Oh yeah, because there's 3 factions, no?
There's
like the communist monarchies and the democratic monarchies or whatever they're called. I don't really know.
Yeah, it's like the old Entente, the German, what's it called? Mittel Europa.
Yeah, exactly.
And then there's the syndicalists.
Ah, okay, they're called syndicalists, not communists. Sorry.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
I'm really bad with the ideology part here.
I know quite a bit about Kaiserreich.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Can you really see how much anti? There's still no anti being produced here. So I was our X-Play here would be building more cares. He has 220 cares plans right now. Oh, but the air is being contested now. The X-Play ally player put up his air. Let's see how the trades are going to be. Very even right now.
Yeah, I wonder, has Mohammed managed to get the commander trait where Cass does very little?
Less damage. Let me really quickly see.
No, he hasn't yet.
No, not yet. No.
Not yet. So yeah, that
X-Ray has a railway cannon now, so if he moves that towards partner, he will have an easier time trying to breaking through. I just am not sure if that's going to be enough though to break this wall of meat.
Yep.
And yeah, he's already down to 317 victory points here.
Yeah, it's going to be a pretty fast game if there's nothing done elsewise. Casualties currently 40k to 40k. Last stand coming in north of Patna from Mohammed. Double combat happening there. Able to push off though. No, it is going to flip back in his favor now.
Yeah. I mean, the Cass is doing horrendous damage if you look at that Cass damage there. But it's just not enough, you know. He can, like, the UNC has there, the strength damage there taking is really not much compared to the industrial output he has. He's just building so many guns that he really doesn't need to worry about it. He's also going up further and further on fighters to keep contesting this air, and he's, by looks of it, shooting down the enemy really, really well.
Sumzero now trying to get the Panzer Grenadier Division and the 7th Panzer, the light tanks. So it's going to be the motorized coming in first, then the light tanks.
It's going to be interesting. If he gets like some of, you know, like if he cannibalizes them, uses them as support companies, and has a few divisions that can't be pierced, combined with the railway cannon, I think he could be able to take back the city.
I definitely think it would be the better move than trying to use them themselves. Although I will say, if he can get a breakthrough and utilize them in the plains here between Lucknow and Patna, that could also be very, very good. Not sure how it will go, though, for them.
The first thing he needs, I would say, is just... God, he needs to at least somehow get one of the VPs so the bleed doesn't continue as hard as it is right now. He needs to patch up the wound. Otherwise, he's going to be out of life points or whatever we call it very soon. And there's a few divisions here.
The thing is,
Why
as
is she
well,
done after that?
Mohammed doesn't have anything on the back VPs. Like, there's no guard division on Luck now. If he could just paratrooper, just survival paratrooper, and maybe, you know, just try and give him those extra seconds, it could be worth it.
It's going to be hard though, because he has a lot of air force on the allies here, and he's constantly flying all his fighters. He forced Sumzero to ground his air force for a bit because the air trades he was taking were too bad. I'm not sure how that's going to go for him here.
Someone in chat was wondering how the League of Neutrality works. It's a buffer state that exists for the first 365 days. It doesn't do anything. It's just to stop the players from being able to fight, and it allows for the VPs to be at a flat level from the very, very beginning. It's just ground that can be taken once the war starts. We just needed a name for the nation there, so we went with the League of Neutrality.
I mean, so it's a good name. I like it. I also like their picture. It looks very neutral.
Yes, it's very neutral. They have no strong opinions one way or another.
Yeah. There's another push going on here again, but it's not going to work.
I will say
it's just going to be a Sitzkrieg for a bit, unfortunately.
Yeah, the German generals are so much stronger than the Chinese that we're seeing here. So the advantage is going to be... I will say Sun Lizhen has a lot of attack skills, even though he doesn't have that many traits. But the more traits he does start to get, it's going to be more and more of a problem. Attack coming in now for the south, though. Instantly not able to do it.
Oh man!
At this point, what do you do here, Z-Moms? What would your play be?
I'm really uncertain. Let me really quickly check. I would try to utilize my spies a bit more, because he only has one spy right now. You could put the spies into Patna, so all of the units in Patna have less entrenchment, so they have less defense, less attack, and when you attack them, you can also take away enemy's playing bonus, so his counterattacks won't be that powerful. He moved up his railway cannon, which he didn't have the whole time, so that's good. I would try and wait for the light tanks, cannibalize them, give my units some anti-tanks so the enemy can't pierce them, and then maybe you can push it properly. But I just saw that I think the China player got 2 German trained infantry divisions, which actually have support anti-tank, support anti and everything, so that won't work. Never mind. But yeah, it's very hard to say. I really don't know what I would do in this moment.
Yeah, it's a lot of early game pressure from Mohammed has just really allowed him to secure this really, really close front line. That power drop early, there was no answer to it. And nothing that Sumzero could really do about that territory at all. Now, if this is Sumzero's map pick, I'm a little worried for the rest of this series. But we shall see. A very, very, very well played first opening move there, though, from Mohammed, because it's allowed them to get this just commanding hold over the map. Yeah. Just wondering if they haven't done any special forces doctrine. They have been taking their mass assault doctrine, though. I just want to quickly check the doctrines. Yeah, it's gone superior firepower for Sumzero. Sumzero actually has now been brought onto the mod team for CIC as a junior modder. They're going to be helping out. They're going to be joining essentially the balance team for the mod, as well as helping us with various coding things. They messaged me and they were like, I would much rather be a coder than a player. And we took them up on that with their vast knowledge of how the mods works, being one of our OG star players. Always happy to have such useful knowledge on the field here.
That's great to hear. Oh, and there are the light tanks. Let's see what he's going to do with them. They spawn all the way in Burma. Is he going to delete them?
Over in Mandalay.
I mean, the problem is his time is already over basically at the moment. He's losing 3 life points a day, so he only has 30 something days left. And then will be unfortunately over.
I think it's going to be game over on about the 2nd or 3rd of August, if I'm calculating this correctly. So yeah, time is vastly running out. I'm actually surprised we haven't seen just the surrender click come in. I think we might do, although there was Marines just text then, which I think is a really good shout. Try and get over those rivers if you can very, very rapidly get a Marine template designed. Anything coming in here. Just seems to be infantry at the moment and no real look onto switching those out to Marines. Oh, I think I just saw a template get updated. Yes, I did. 14 width Marines now coming on in. Get some of those trained up. Might be able to make a push on Nagpur in the south if that rift can
if
be
he
crossed.
combines those Marines with the light tank support and maybe do Pioneers help you against cities? No, right? I just okay, Pioneers can't help you. But they help him again across rivers, and there's certainly quite a few rivers here.
Yeah.
Also, what he can do with the XP, he has it. The Mountaineers, sorry, not the Mountaineers. He has the Marines and the Paratroopers research, so he can get 2 doctrines there, which will give him
10% special forces attack, soft attack, right?
Exactly. Which is pretty powerful. But one of them he already has. Just going to be hard to push because his enemy has 22 units already in partner. At least he didn't start building a fort yet, because that would hurt even more. Also, both players turn off their occupation. They are not garrisoning any of the states that they can conquered, so the
Not
resistance
wasting
is
their
growing
guns.
very quickly. Yeah, we're at 36% here, but there's no need to have any people there because, you don't really need that much guns. You really need the guns yourself, and there's no resources. I mean, just a few resources, but no factories and stuff that you can get with that. So it's understandable that they're not going for that much. Air-wise, let us really quickly check that. Yeah, Allied player has already 400 fighters flying. The X-player is not even trying to contest right now. What he needs to do is upgrade his airports so he has better efficiency.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think there's going to be much coming back from his side here, unfortunately.
Yeah, and we're seeing a redeployment of those Marines to the south. Like I thought, we were going to see an offensive on Nagpur, I think, to be the closing probably chance here on the game for the Axis player. As we can see, Sumzero now moving those Marines south. Going to try and take this plains tile away from Mohammed, but it might be too little too late. He needs to take both VPs, Nagpur and Patna, in the next 30 days for this to work. If we do see this come through, this is going to be one of the most excellent holds I think we've seen in CIC history.
Yeah, that's true. Like, it's almost flawless victory. I didn't see a single unit getting encircled or anything like that. It's really crazy how good this mass assault paradrop strategy here works.
Mm-hmm. And obviously, the counter assault, the counter to that mass assault, could have been picked if the spies were in place earlier, for one thing, because Sumzero was delayed in picking his faction focus because he took an extra industry, right?
Yeah.
So he could have counterpicked and picked something that is heavy on the air in order to bring up more fighters and stop that day one power drop. But yeah, this is looking a little futile. 8 points remaining. A first and early victory going promptly, I think, here to Mohammed.
Yeah, one thing I also think that our Axis player did wrong here, his air designer gives his planes minus 10% range. On a map where you need a lot of range, I think that might be one of the mistakes he did here.
And there we have an allied victory. Yeah, my voice was not working. I think they're probably going to go straight into a game here. So I'm just going to go to our webcams. I won't bother with any big old break screen. Look at that. Our names are on here now. Very, very poorly. Very, very poorly, like, transposed and held on.
I mean, as long as the people can read them, it's that's the most important thing.
Yep, that's exactly what it is. We are, this is thing, but a good first match and a really, really interesting showing. Sumzero as well, not giving up on that, despite the fact that they were completely just on the back foot from the beginning. They still tried things right up until the end. No early surrender. Really exciting to see. What's their current standings in the Tommykay League? Like, what's their win-loss?
I think Mohammed has not lost a single one, and for Sumzero, I really quickly need to check. Wait a second. I think he also only lost one, maybe.
I know they'll both be pretty high
Wait a
up
second.
there. So.
Standings. So Mohammed is 11-0, and Sumzero is 10-1. So he lost one match and won 10, and Mohammed won 11.
Wow.
There's only 4 people left, by the way, that have 11 wins. Like I have 0 losses. I mean, only 4 people left with that.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I'm just playing with your webcam and things. So yeah, what do you make of that match? Let's hear your assessment on that. Like, I really think that maybe switching to the Marines earlier might have helped Sumzero. Realizing how bad his
I think
was.
he was just a bit too greedy with the whole economy thing. He could have used his CAS or the light tanks a lot earlier. For example, to rush the VPs or something like that. But he chose to go for the civs. But in the end, his enemy abused the fact that he didn't have any units to fight on in the beginning with, and then lost all the VPs. And taking back VPs against the mass assault enemy is very, very hard, especially when he knows how to play and has a really quick reaction time.
Yeah. Really, really. That's just that playing strategy. Also, that's another thing about Mohammed. His micro on paratroopers is, I think, probably the best out of anyone I've seen that plays CIC.
True.
I think the first time we noticed it was going back to season 2 of the Open League over on Speed 5 channel. Was when we saw him use it on Sonnenblume, and he was physically causing those encirclements with paratroopers, then pushed in with tanks, and then got to a point where he was actually overrunning troops with paratroopers.
Yeah.
It was wild. Absolutely.
I mean, if
wild.
paratroopers are utilized properly, they can be extremely strong. Like, you can deny enemies from reinforcing battles, you can deny enemies from entering tiles, you can land behind the front line, disturb their supplies. There's so much different stuff that you can do. It's just crazy.
So I've given you a server ID, by the way.
Okay, thank you.
And yeah, just because I don't think I've said it, there's been a couple of follows since we started streaming this, so I'll just quickly say it. Mohammed, Segal, Alone Fancy, and Killer Hunt. Killer Hun, sorry. And Jedi Myself. Thank you for the follows. Hope you're having wonderful days wherever you are. Welcome aboard. This content sometimes happens on this channel, but normally it's just my face. Or if you're watching on the TMW eSports YouTube channel, hello over there as well. It's quiet here. But I'll be doing cut downs of these games as well on that channel. So do give that a watch. But we're getting ready to go into map 2 of this matchup. This is a best of 3, so this could be our final map, depending on how this goes. I'd like it to go to a game 3, though, CMOTS, wouldn't you?
Yeah, really. Especially between these two players here, it's always a treat to watch their games, because they have really good strategies. They're both playing a very high-level gameplay. Mm-hmm. It's just great to see. I don't have to get angry and scream and stuff like that. It's just perfect.
Yeah, this is easy for us to watch. This is the chef's kiss gameplay. It's not, please move your tank, or please move onto that empty tile with a supply hub in it. Yeah, it's not that. It's far more solid gameplay.
Yeah. Not much to cry about for me.
Exactly.
So everyone's in. What map are we playing? We are playing
across the line.
Across the Rhine. That's nice. Didn't see that today, I think.
No, we didn't. I think every Across the Rhine game was the games that we didn't get shown. But guys, if you've never seen this before, hello and welcome to a game of Commanders in Conflict, the premium esports mod for Hearts of Iron, developed by Speed 5. You're watching here on TMW Esports. My name is Midgeman, and I'm joined by my wonderful co-caster, CMOPS. This
Hello.
is the second match in a best of 3 between Mohammed and Sumzero, 2 of the most elite players in these leagues. Mohammed is 1-0 up. We're looking to Sumzero to try and make a comeback and go to a game 3. Currently, Sumzero is on the Axis. Mohammed is on the Allies. This is the map Across the Rhine. This is our Western Europe map. It has 3 VPs, Amsterdam, Cologne, and Frankfurt. Name of the game is there's 365 days of build-up where our players are building up for an all-out war. In that time, once the war declares, there are 3 ways to win. Either you capitulate your enemy gives up and surrenders, or these points at the top you see here, 500, 500, that is your VP points. If you hold the majority of the VPs that I am highlighting here, you will tick down your opponent's VP score. If it reaches 0, game over. That's the name of the game. That's what we're doing here. And yeah, this is it. Anything early you're noticing here, CMOPS? Or is it very, very standard array of picks?
Yeah, I mean, right now, one of the players, Dom, doesn't even have his research pick, so that's not much to see for me, unfortunately. Factory location-wise, it's the exact same for both players. Both players have one on trains and trucks and the rest on guns. One of them has one on support equipment, the other one has one on anti-tank. Looks like he might be expecting some light tanks from our Axis player here, which is kind of understandable. You know, like what we usually see from the Axis players here is that they pick the German 4th Army. Was it 4th Army or 6th Army?
Yes.
I can't remember. At least the one for the infantry, where you get the light tanks, you know, they sacrifice
the
light tanks and then put them into their infantry divisions, and then all of a sudden they have a lot of unpeaceful divisions, but that won't be the case now.
Yeah, the thing is as well, I'm noticing here as well, we got the same faction picks as last map. So, like, we're seeing a direct repeat Sumzero again on the Axis, Mohammed on the Allies, isn't it? Or if they...
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Exactly. So, we're going to have to see something different here from Sumzero, just especially because that last performance wasn't as strong, especially against a very, very refined player such as Mohammed. Mohammed, of course, winning the last CIC Invitational, took home the $1,000 cash prize, climbed his way through, and also smashed through Season 2 of the league, went in undefeated, completely and utterly undefeated there, that his victory was.
I mean, if he wins this 2-0, it would be very, very strong message towards the rest of the league. Because, you know, it's like he will still be undefeated, and he just beat one of the other best players in the league that's also like almost undefeated, 10-1. I can't even remember who Sumzero lost against. I think he didn't even make it. Wait, let me really quickly check who the person was that Sumzero lost against. Was it Peter? Maybe Peter Shark.
Where? Well, what for? When?
In the Tommykay league. In the Tommykay league, I meant. Because he's like 10-1, which means he lost once.
Could be Peter. Peter is very, very skilled. I can't wait to see them in CIC Open Leagues. However, they're a little too young to play right now, is the thing. Again,
yeah, that's true. Yeah,
but he's got that real fast. You know, he's a teenager on ketamine, whatever it's like. You know.
Sumzero lost against Marcel. Yeah, okay.
Oh, was it against Marcel?
Yeah.
So it could have been against Peter.
Yeah, I mean they're both like 10 years old, and the only difference I think between them is that the one of them is from Hungary, the other person's from the UK.
Yeah, well, Peter's from the UK, but also wasn't he caught playing for Marcel?
Yeah, I can't remember what that was. Okay. I'm not. I think so. Maybe I don't know. I'm not. You know, in the.
Either way. It's just very funny. So. Again, yeah, very similar build up here. We're going to see these, especially with these players, they have such refined like builds. They know what they're picking. They know how they're building things. We are seeing slightly better use of the spies. I think this time both players already got their spies doing spying. Of course, that's what your spies are doing. But they're not idle. And I wonder if we'll see a bit more of a reactive pick from Sumzero. That's how he got to the top back in the day, was by reactive picking. And the only reason he got beaten the first time around for the big invitational that he first made a showing and got to the final win against Dankus was him and Dankus played chicken, and basically Dankus coaxed him into picking first, and then Dankus took the counter pick because both of them were playing the same. It was wild. It was absolutely wild.
Yeah, it looks like both players are going for the military factories first, which you actually have to do on this map. I don't think there's a way for you to go for your civs first on this map. At least I've never seen anybody win who did it. Yeah, because you really need as much stuff out as possible.
It's not a late game map. It is not a game where you can wait for the late game. So you have to get those mills early. In some maps, you can go for that sort of slightly more late game play. Go for the civs first, build the big industry. But no, you need those mills. You need those guns because it's shorter map. Not as much room to maneuver. You can't do as much with less troops. You have to be able to fill the line.
Yeah. Also, what we see is nobody here is going for air. Actually, both players are putting everything into infantry. So we will either say a mass. We will either see a mass mob standoff, or I don't know what else. It's probably going to be a mass mob standoff. It's going
Does
to
that
be.
is that
Gonna be one.
still as big a thing these days? Like since they've rewrote
I
the doctrine?
not that much, but by the looks of it, right now, I think it will be in this case at least.
Okay.
Hmm. Yeah, Mohammed doing the same thing again as earlier. He's already deploying a lot of infantry units and just training them in the field. So you'll have more numbers later on, and then just refill the gaps of equipment. Like by waiting a bit and outproducing the losses. Also, what we already see is 2 different gun lines for our Axis player. He keeps 4 factories on gun 1s and the rest on gun 2s. Meanwhile, our allied player is putting everything on gun 2s. So Sumzero will have the heads up in the beginning with some equipment, but the later it goes, the worse these guns 1s are going to perform.
Yep.
Especially against the enemies with so many guns 2s as this one will have.
So do you think we're going to see a Japanese right versus China build coming in here?
I think it's going to be China 100%, but I don't know what our ex-player is going to do. I think he might just go for Germany right side again. But Imperial Japanese army is also extremely strong. I'm really uncertain. I don't know.
Perhaps.
One thing that's interesting to see though is that he picked an air designer, so he might be. Is he going for something with? Yeah, he's designed fighters. Interesting.
Okay, let's
So
take.
he's actually going for heavy machine gun with a lot of defense modules. So usually the meta pick for this map. You don't put any range modules onto this ones because the air zones here are not that big and they have really good airports that you can use.
Yep.
Meanwhile, our air player is not building any planes at all. He didn't pick an XP designer. He's going for paratroopers though, but these paratroopers can easily be countered by the earlier said by the fighters. So it's going to be interesting to see how they're going to do that. China gets 200 fighters for free though, right?
Oh,
he gets 100. Yeah, gets 100 fighters for free. So he will most likely still be able to pull off these paradrops though. It's going to be interesting.
Most likely. It's going to be down to the day one clicks and who has the click advantage, I think.
Yeah, probably. I mean, it doesn't look like the X-player is building any... Yeah, X-player is going for Marines, so he won't probably go for paratroopers. At least I didn't see him research any or build any transfer plans. And then
I think
we will see what actions they're going for.
I think going for Marines is a really good pick for Sumzero. He got caught behind rivers last time. He was probably expecting Mohammed to go for paratroopers again and knows that he's going to be on the back foot and needing to cross the river. I think building some Marines early is a really, really good idea for him.
Yeah.
But yeah, we are now 152 days into this, so halfway through the build-up phase. We're starting to see the troops come out. Let's see, we've got a 24 divisions for the Axis against 44 divisions out for the Allies. Huge amount of divisions being popped out. It's 14 widths versus, I think, probably 14 widths, and it's just a deployment different. No, 12 widths. Oh, wow. So not only are there... And there's the China pick. So we got China on the Allies versus...
Civilian factory focus.
Okay. So we're going to see probably that delayed pick again from Sumzero. Now I hope he uses it to counter it. Against the China pick, what would you take here, C-Mops? What would your Axis pick be?
Probably Japanese military because it's also mass mob, but your mass mob is a bit stronger. You get cheaper guns, so you can deploy more units, and units are going to be stronger because you get better modifiers.
Yep.
I'm just not sure how he's going to try and get into the VPs before the paratroopers from his enemy. He would have to commit on air a bit more, because I don't think that he's going to be able to to deny the paratroopers with only like 5 factories on air that he had the whole time. He's going up on air now, but he's only building 5 planes a week, and it's already September, so I'm really uncertain that if he will be able to contest the air there properly.
I will say, though, as well, Allies are currently 30k guns in the hole, which is heading on the higher side, trying to early deploy those. We are seeing an IJM pick, so it's either going to be the IJN or the IJA. Most likely the IJA. Could be said, though, going Imperial Japanese Navy to try and do marine landings could be a thing, but I think actually IJA and then manually making some marines, he then doesn't really have to get the VPs right away as long as he can push in before Mohammed really, really digs in.
Yeah, it's going to be hard for him, especially because Mohammed already has like 60 units in the field. He's just going to get more by the time the war starts. Looks like he's aiming for 65. One thing that's going to be maybe a bit problematic though is the manpower when you have that many units. What Mohammed did already, though, he already started mobilizing more men. He's already at, let me really quickly see, 4.05% mobilization in total already. So that won't be that big of a problem for him.
Yeah, both players actually early mobilizing.
You kind of have to do it on this map because the manpower is just so low.
Yep.
And when both players are going for like the mass mob strategy, that's the only way to get enough manpower.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely coming on in here. I really hope we start to we see some really, really nice pushes coming in from Sumzero, because again, this strategy out here from Mohammed is looking so strong. But like you said, he's undefeated right now. He deserves it. He's just come off of a large tournament victory. He's probably the strongest CIC player out there.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, he's going for the Arizaka designer, which will make his guns have 10% more soft attack, and also make them 10% cheaper, which will be a lot.
Yeah.
Since he has most of his economy on guns, the 10% for that is basically is like 10% more factories on those weapons.
Yep.
Which results in quite a big of an edge. Right now, his enemy is building 120 guns a day. The Axis player is building also 120 guns a day, but he's only building mostly building gun once. Not mostly, but partially building gun once. Let's say it like that.
Yeah, it's 10% is going to look about like 2 extra factories, but at the same efficiency rate as instantaneously. They won't have to build up the efficiency. It will just be, boom, 2 more factories at the exact same full efficiency, which will be, yeah, that's pretty huge. Also, the soft attack bonus is nice.
Yeah. That's not to be underestimated. 10%. Actually quite a bit. You can get that 10% on top of the normal 10%. I'm not sure though, like, how did you guys change it? Do you need to have the Arizaka? Oh wait, there's no Arizaka infantry weapon designer.
No.
Never mind.
So the way it works is it's just like essentially it's a national spirit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just a national spirit now. But yeah, I just hit over to your screen, and your screen is just like whoop. I pressed that. I know I pressed the button at the wrong time.
Like sometimes I don't know why, but I get like thrown, like out. I mean, not really out, but like all of a sudden the screen drags in one direction.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, mine does that too as well. It's just sometimes.
But it's only it's on passing. I don't know why.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Mine doesn't just generally do it. That would be real weird. But yeah, no, I've had that same issue with Parsec. It's just Parsec sometimes. And oh my gosh, look at this paratrooper setup coming in here from the allies. Just like from Mohammed. Look at this clean line from Clone. They're already being set to go as soon as the war will start.
The war starts in 5 days. Man.
Yeah,
it's so quick, man.
I know, right? It's so much quicker now with the game. Well, both the game speed reworks and also just the work that Paradox did over AAT to bring the game speed up. And yeah, we are heading into this combat right now. And yeah, it's going to be an early victory again, I think, for Mohammed. It's going to be down to Sumzero in reply. And I'm hoping he can reply early with those Marines teched early, with that better infantry hopefully early. But it's going to be this initial trades and these initial combats. Here it goes. That is the day 1 drop. Cologne has already fallen. Amsterdam
there's
has
no way
fallen.
the air gets contested here, so he could even get Frankfurt if he wanted.
Yeah, that's
to,
what I'm saying.
It's
I don't know if he's going to make it to Frankfurt. I think he just wants to just secure that.
Yeah, he probably does. He probably doesn't want to get in it itself. He just wants to secure the river line, and then he's just going to sit there and wait for half an hour.
Good thing is the bleed won't be as hard on Frankfurt.
So Sumzero has a lot more time to react and maybe get up.
Exactly. Look at these troops just mobilizing on the front line as well. Just so many. What's the troop count difference? It's 67 allies versus
Almost twice as many
33
units, yeah.
Axis. Holy hell! What's the disparity from? Like, why is the
I
difference
think
so
his units are smaller. You require less guns because of the doctrine. And like most of his are not fully equipped. He just deploys them preemptively. He's missing 10,000 guns, but like stretch over 60 divisions, it's actually not that much.
Yeah.
And he's actually pushing now at Arnhem. He crossed the river there. He could even get into Essen. It's empty in Dortmund. Those are 2 cities with supply hubs in them. At least one of them has a supply hub in them. If he gets those, it would be very powerful for him.
Yeah, early
Big
game
counterattack.
Yeah, big early game offensive. This is a really good maneuver here from Mohammed to do this, get that pressure on early, because with the 1 VP less this time, he knows he hasn't got as much time. So
he needs to like abuse his superior numbers right now, because he only has 30 units that he has to ready to react to this with. And if he just stretches the front line a bit longer, it's going to be a lot easier for him to push. He's also assaulting Frankfurt right now, which is a green bubble, because he's like just pushing it like 6 versus 2 divisions there. Eventually that will also fall. But in the north, it looks like the push will be a bit contained. If he just was a bit quicker, he could have gotten to Dortmund and Essen, and that would have been it.
Yeah,
maybe we can get encirclement at Utrecht here.
There's a 4 width difference between the frontline infantry units of Sumzero and Mohammed. So Mohammed's working with 14 widths, Sumzero is working with 18 widths.
Yeah, that's like, his units are bigger. That's why he doesn't have that many, and his units are cheaper to build. So, yeah. But yeah, on the plain sides in the north, it will be very nice to fight for him there, because he's just outnumbering his enemy by so much. And I just saw some of these infantry units here hitting 400 soft attack, but those I think are the spawning ones. Yeah, those are the German trained units. Those are in general a bit stronger, and there might be a big encirclement here.
Yeah,
unless some pins.
Might be
he
got out. Yeah, the great pin.
But he can still keep walking around it. Like, he still didn't take the tides in the north. There's so many forts.
Was that one overrun there? I think there was an overrun in there.
Could be, I don't know. I didn't see it really.
This is huge. This is just absolutely overwhelming here in the north.
And what Mohammed needs to do now, he needs to secure the supply first. He needs to take all the ports, the supply hub, and Wilhelmshaven, all of those ones. Otherwise, units there will have no supply, and then he can maybe get counterattacked.
Yeah, this is really, really huge map coming in here. We might be about to see a best of 3 early victory here for Mohammed, going for that win. Look at this snake. Look at this snake going round. Like,
yeah, look at this, 17 units in one tile. It's like half his army in one tile there. And this will just keep getting more. Like, look at this, 1C16 retreat is like more than half his army in one tile there.
Yeah.
What he needs to do now is take the empty tiles in the north. He needs to keep pushing while his enemies like so stuck in one area here.
Warrior Spirit coming in for the Axis. That's going to be a little bit of reprieve. That's the increased attack damage by 10%. It used to be 15%. It's now 10%. But just infantry attack plus 10%. It's got to help. Needs to spread this line a little bit, I think. Dortmund is going to hold, but that, like you said, 17 units just in one stack, not going to be helping right now.
Yeah, Mohammed right now doesn't have supply on the front line because he just didn't take the tiles in the north that are empty. He would get like 2 extra supply hubs and the railway connection right now. The only reason why he doesn't have supply there is because there's no active railway connection. Is he building one? He's not building one. All he needs to do is just get the tiles in the north. He will be fine. But it doesn't look like he's going to. He's just like snaking further and further into this, and this could actually be very dangerous for him.
Yeah, could overextend on the bait here.
Yeah. Big snake of 5 units coming in the north there at Bremen. He could encircle 1 unit there, but which is not actually going to be encircled because it's still connected via port. Please, Mohammed, just send 1 unit up there. You can get so much extra supply, and I think he's doing it now. Yeah, he's doing it now. Meanwhile, he's also broken in the south, and he might actually be able to encircle the entire front line here. Look at this. The snakes.
Christ, there's an encirclement around Bremen coming in. Yeah. This is... now he's finally connecting that supply hub in the north as well.
Yeah, now it's only 8 days, and then the railway will also be converted, and Münster will be working, Hanover will be working, and then his enemy is 3 tiles away from getting the entire front line encircled. And Frankfurt is also almost going to fall. It was very close there right now. He just managed to reinforce it, but if he keeps assaulting it, eventually it will also fall. And yeah, there's 6 units at Hamburg now in the north. He's going to take another port there, then he's going to take Hamburg next, and will start taking away his enemy's economy. Damn. The south is a bit more stabilized now, but yeah, the northern push there, if it doesn't get responded with like a powerful counterattack that will just keep going. Mohammed needs to watch out though that he doesn't overextend himself here too much, but there's the first encirclement of 5 units. That's very, very strong encirclement because these units are also very expensive. You can't really afford to lose that many units there right now. Damn. Hamburg also fell. 6 less mills now.
Yeah. This is a real bad bulge situation going on here for Sumzero. The losses are also going to be relatively stacking up. Yeah, 90k for the Allies, 82k for the Axis, but the Axis are almost 50% away to the capitulation already.
Yeah. I mean, you can keep really quickly on this map. You know what he could do? He could actually try and paradrop it even. Let me really quickly check. Yeah, there's no units up over Berlin or anything like on Berlin or something like that. If he somehow gets this air supremacy, he could actually try and paradrop again. You know, he could
There's
also try and paradrop close to profit. Yeah.
Pocket closed there. 5 divisions destroyed. Now 140k from 90k to 140k in losses there. Huge gains there from Mohammed. Again, super strong showing. I'm honestly scared at how strong Mohammed is looking at CIC at the moment.
Yeah, he's been playing extremely well. This is just gonna be
the
very,
whole
very
army
hard.
just got encircled there. The entire army's encircled. Sumzero, are you awake? Somebody
We
check
might
his pulse.
actually see the GG being called here soon because this is no? Like this hurts. This hurts. Yeah, I think he has like 10 units that are not encircled, and the other 30 or whatever he has are encircled. So yeah, I'm not sure if he will be able to break out of this here.
Oh,
The noose is being tightened around it.
No, not like this. Not like this. Sumzero, the whiz kid. The kid has lost his whiz. Where is the micro king that we saw? What has happened? This is really not Sumzero playing like Sumzero. I think the out of practiceness is just starting to catch up with him. He's been able to rely on just his pure skill, like for a lot of the tournament, for a lot of the events, a lot of the games he did play on open league games, but for the least the Tommy League games where there's a lot of fresher people. Now he's get back up in the big leagues again. The people that have been essentially trying hard, are outdoing him. Look at this massive encirclement. Honestly.
Wow.
Just look at this encirclement. There's your thumbnail image right there. Look at that. I'm just gonna F9, like print screen that. Look at that. Just that's a lot of damage. And it's split into smaller encirclements. Is he there? There's no GG being hit right now. There's no.
I think he's already given up. I think he just left his PC. You know.
Yeah, exactly. Is he tabbed out? Like, what's going on? Like, you know, it is what it is. But hey, it means that we get to chill this game out afterwards for an evening. It's been fun. Been casting with you. Also, thank you for giving me your time and streaming this with me, especially after we've already done this for hours today. But yeah, it's been super good fun. Still a strong game, and this is like a masterclass in just strong CIC play as well. Utilizing combined arms like those paratroopers, setting up early, making sure the air build's good. Just this full just last stand come in there from Sumzero.
It was like last second too because he was walking into Berlin and it was empty, but he managed to get in like legit last seconds. But there's not much going to be left of the army anymore after the last stand runs out here.
These casualties.
The Rhineland pocket is getting liquidated.
Brutal. Absolutely brutal. Yikes. A full yikes of this as well.
Yeah.
Just trying to wait out that last stand now, I think. As he closes the pocket in on this. So, We've seen this twice now. How do you counter this maneuver from Mohammed? Is it do the same thing? Is it paratrooper as well?
I think it would be like picking a different side where you get more starting planes. Like Germany left side, for example, where you get 200 fighters spawn, and otherwise you can't deny his paradrops, and then he will get there first. Now, if you go for Germany left side, you can deny his paradrops, and then maybe you can get to the VPs yourself first. But other than that, I don't know. Like the only way I can see how you can counter this is to somehow deny his paradrops or get to the VPs yourself first.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise,
Germany left, Italy left, someone with a lot of planes, kind of thing.
Yeah, and then just bunker in behind the river yourself. Maybe also go superior, superior, go mass assault. But you need to somehow deny your enemy his paradrop. Then you have a chance. But otherwise, I don't see this working out at all.
Sumzero just not giving up now. It actually seems like he's playing now. It's like, did he just accidentally tab out for that mid section and came back to see his entire army overrun? Like, what?
Maybe, man. I don't know. Maybe.
Suddenly had to leave the room, do the washing up, comes back. Oh no, the Führer bunker's open and Berlin is surrounded.
I mean, the encirclements are holding on, the pockets, but Berlin is going to fall soon in like, I don't know, a few seconds. And there it goes. And
that's going to be game. Yep, there we have it. Wowza. Wowza. GG indeed. Well, C-Mumps, it's been a pleasure. That's that best of 3 done. You've been watching this on both the TMW eSports channel over on YouTube and on my Twitch. C-Mumps, again, where can people find you if they want to watch your content?
I am on Twitch and on YouTube. Just type in Z-Mobs. It's usually the channel with the most followers there, and then that one.
Yep. Yeah. And if you're watching on my end, it's been a pleasure. You obviously, you know where I am. ! Links as well if you need to. But we will see you around. Bye-bye now. Thank you.
Bye-bye. It was a clean sweep, man. Yeah. I will be gone now.